Previously, you watched as it replaced a dual clutch in a 2014 Ford Focus that we'd found on Facebook and picked up for dirt cheap. And we wanted to replace the bad fender that was on it. On the way to Cedar Point, we decided to stop at Pull Apart and grab that fender we found last week, grabbing the other parts.
Well, in Cedar Point clothes, I got bamboozled.
We finally got to the fender, and it was still there. Had a couple scratches, but looked pretty good.
Hell yeah, and it's already partially pulled off.
So if you look at it, it is what it is. I mean, I'm happy with it. It'll look a lot better than what we got now.
Hell yeah. So we just came across this one. Look at them bullet
There's
holes.
a hole in the seat.
One, two. That one definitely, if someone's in the car, that got him.
Yeah, dude.
You can even see, look, you can see the heat that came through. You can see there's another one here right through the keypad.
And after looking at all the bullet holes, we finally got to work.
Top. There are these two bolts. Here. Oh, he gets that deep one down there. And to get this off, I always use just a little pick, put it between the two, and I pop. And it pops out these 3 clips. We don't need that though, so we'll put that there for someone else. And reveals this little hidden bolt that keeps the top of your fender lined up. What is that, a 13?
What?
That's a 10?
All fender bolts.
He's right. Now with that taken out, the top part is all good, separated. But now we've got to do this back section and this inner lining. So these bolts suck, not bolts, clips rather. So what you do is you pop out this top piece, and then what I use is my bolt cutters because they're not sharp on the tip. Slide it, pull it right out. To get the last bolt you're gonna need here, you actually have to go in here and take this foam out of the way. All right, so see, if you're trying to fix it in your car, you don't want to break it quite like I did. There's these nice clips here that clip in here. So you just have to pop those out. You don't have to bend it like I did. You can take the whole thing off. Behind those little clips are your last 2 bottom bolts.
Make sure it's on so we don't imagine we strip.
Yeah, please don't strip it. Breaker bar, breaker bar. Find a pipe. You got it? Never leave home without your breaker bar.
No, I was done.
That's number 1 rule.
What about everything else I needed?
You should just keep it in the car. I keep 2 in my tool bag. Woo.
Okay, we're gonna clean it up good, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna buff it, and then I still have the matching paint that I bought for the other black Focus. So just use a paint pen and touch it up.
Yeah, but before it goes in the car, you gotta get rid of that spider web. I ain't playing.
After we left Pull Apart with our new fender, it was time to take the old one off and the new one on.
Next, you gotta go in here and pop these clips. All right, guys, I think we can access those bolts now. All right, guys, and our fender is out. We're gonna have to get the new one, put it in, but we're looking good, guys. We're looking good. This is our new fender. It's not perfect, like you said. It's got a little rust spot. It's got a scratch here. But it's definitely way better than what we had, and for only $50 from Pull Apart, I think it's a good substitute so that ours doesn't look as bad. Okay, and now we do have our fender kind of lined in, and we're gonna go ahead and tighten our first bolt here. Also keep in mind your gaps when you go to put in any panel. You can see we look decent here, but then you can see we start going down, and then we start binding. So what I like to do is look at the other side. And if we look at the other side, we can see the appropriate gap. What we're gonna have to do, guys, is we're gonna have to take this bottom one and move it over slightly so that we get that same gap. So our line now is looking a lot better.
Then it was time to buff the fender out and make it look just like new.
Okay, guys, and now look at our almost glass looking fender. If you look, see, here's our scratch. As you notice right away, you could easily see it. Now it's a little more disguised or camouflaged. See, from a distance, you really can't see it as much. So I think we're doing pretty good there. This is gonna need a little bit of touch up, but as far as that scratch, I'm okay with that.
And here's the final result after we buffed the whole car out. And that's it for this episode. Make sure you check out the previous videos on how we replace the dual clutch inside this Ford Focus. See you next time.